other guests as well.
So we're just waiting for the setup to show us who's watching and.
Yep. Should be going live in a few seconds here. Looks like we're live right now.
Okay.
All right, we're good to go.
And then Instagram screen, do we have that?
Let's get that pulled up for us as well. And I apologize.
And again,
we have some technical delays here just because this is a new system for us.
And our last broadcast we did last week, we know we had those echoes and reverberation thing, and we're certainly going to try to avoid that tonight and in the future.
Yes.
As always,
I believe we got that fixed.
Okay, good. As always, any comments, questions, subjects you'd like to see us discuss, whatever, just give us some feedback because we appreciate it.
Over here.
And as always, we're looking forward to webinar ticket sales. People are buying them. Spots are filling up. We can do a quick review of what we have for the webinars in just a moment when we're all up and running.
Yeah, we should be. Well, right now we're live now. I'm just trying to get up our Instagram feed as well, so I apologize. But Jeff, why don't you discuss until I get this up our different webinars that we have going on?
Sure. So again, our main webinar offering right now is still the Benelli M4 H2O version. Fantastic semi-auto shotgun. If you don't agree, let us know. We'll talk about that too, because a little bit of learning from everybody.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of different opinions with that. Is like, what is the best shotgun? But I always categorize it into two. You got the semi-automatic, and then you got the pump gun. So
sure.
I think from the semi-automatic, it's widely agreed that the Benelli M4 is considered the best. But when it comes to the best, like, what does that mean? I think it's about what is the most reliable shotgun. But there's pros and cons in I think in law enforcement communities. These are great for SWAT, and they're using them as more as master keys. But with law enforcement, I see that from a patrol perspective, they don't really pick up the Benelli M4s because it doesn't have the low recoil rounds. For less lethal.
It doesn't cycle low base or less lethal rounds, which is certainly a point. But again, I think when you're talking tactical team guys, direct action, entry, high risk environments, warrant service, certainly this is still at the top of the heap. We know there's competitors, there's up and comers, certainly. Beretta's making a fantastic product now too. But the Benelli still has an outstanding record, and within the military as well. So, But again, everybody's entitled to an opinion. I have an opinion too. I'm a guy who runs a 1971 Remington 870 built from scrap parts, basically a basket case gun, and love it. And I have a Mossberg I built myself as well, and pumps are fantastic. But definitely the draw in the industry is towards the high-end semi-autos, and this is one of the best.
So we have somebody, by the way, comment on our feeds. I'm getting a live feed of all your comments and questions. So we have somebody asked over here, Zach, can you purchase multiple tickets to increase chances of winning? And does the webinar start once all tickets are sold? So good question here. I put that live. The answer is yes.
And
yes. Yes and yes. Yeah, so you can purchase multiple tickets if you want the webinar to be a little bit more private, I would say. And it will increase your chances of winning the free prize that we're giving out at the end. And within 24 hours, once the webinar is completely sold out, all the tickets are sold out, we will notify all the customers, all the people who bought into the webinar. We're going to send you a private link, and you can watch it. If you're not able to watch it at the scheduled time, it'll be recorded. So you'll have about we'll keep it live for about 24 hours, but then we'll also launch live or release live the winning ticket number.
Yes, we'll announce winner number, not name.
Yeah, no names.
It's after all the tickets are sold. So yes and yes on your first questions. We don't have a set date.
No set dates until the webinar is sold out.
Right.
One thing that I like that the way we're setting it up is that on our webinars, and our webinars, by the way, are live right now for purchase. You go to BOTACH.com. It's on the webinar categories. We got 6 live right now, so go ahead and take a look at all of them. And we're going to discuss what they all are shortly. But I've seen some webinars that are out there that they put people's names out there. I don't think it's such a secret necessarily, or you want there's a security issue per se, but I like having anonymity just in general. It has nothing to do with guns or ammo or anything like that, but even more so with that category. But just in general, I like to keep my name, off the internet as much as possible when it comes to these kind of things. If I'm purchasing for myself. So we do ticket numbers. So you pick the number that you like. What's cool is you can pick your lucky number if you have one. But you win your, we pick a ticket number and we announce ticket number 15 won the giveaway. Ticket number 15.
For example,
for example, and then we'll reach out to you to keep that anonymity.
And even if you're not able to view the webinar live with us, we're going to announce it and re-announce it, post it on the website, the winner number, so you'll know. If you're the lucky winner, absolutely. And,
so we'll be reaching out to you over here. Actually, if you want to go, let me open.
I need something on our main camera screen here. I'm a little. I'm looking at over here, and
I got you.
There we go.
About it. Okay, so let me just pull up. Oops. Let me get this live over here. All right, so here is our website. Let me just pull this up a little bit closer for us. So,
and if we can, after this, let's explore some more on the website.
Yeah, of course.
If everything's working good. All right.
So if you go onto BOTACH.com, this is where we're at right now. This is our website. If you go to webinar tickets right over here, click on that. Kind of give you a walkthrough. Here's our live webinars right now. So this one is ended, as you can see, and we announced winners ticket number 9. Ticket number 9 came to get their prize. We announce it this way. We'll announce it in the product comments as well, in the product description, I should say.
And they happen to be a local, so they were able to come in.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
that was kind of cool.
We were able to meet them.
So we have our 6 over here, which is the Shadow Systems. This is the MR920. We don't have the camera live now, but you could pull that up shortly. We have the Vortex UH1 Gen 2 with magnifier. I think that's kind of cool to discuss. We did a previous video. We did the pros and cons of variable powered optics, like this one over here, which is another webinar of ours, versus going with a red dot or holographic sight and magnifier. We have the Lancer magazines. This is my favorite mag right now. We're doing a 50-pack giveaway for this webinar, which is really cool. And then we have the Ames. This is probably my favorite red dot right now, is the Ames reflex sight.
But this is a green red dot.
This is a green dot, yes, but they're commonly called red dots. Yep. But yes, like a green.
And I do the same thing, red dot, red
dot. Green reticle, and it's just $25 for a ticket. That's kind of cool to join that webinar. And then we have, obviously, this is more of our flagship one just because of the pricing. This is $100 for the Benelli M4. The prize that we're going to give away is the Benelli M4 with the HoloSun 509T. And it comes with our Battle Steel Benelli mount. This is a full co-witness mount or true co-witness mount. So it'll align perfectly with your Ghost Ring sights, which is really cool. And let's bring it back to us over here. So we have all our products here on our shelves over here.
The Lancers are back here behind you.
Our Lancers are back here in the case. They're just a box.
Sealed case to your door.
Sealed case to your door. Yeah. And we have all our webinars live. If you have any other questions about how this works or any other technical questions, let us know. We're here to answer any of your questions.
While we're talking, let's take a peek at the Shadow Systems, because up until now we haven't shown you the actual item. So here it is, just to show that it exists in this dimension. So this is the MR920.
MR920
Elite. And what you've got here is this, Glock 19 size package in the Shadow Systems with the Holosun 507 mounted and ready to go. This is a red reticle version. Beautiful pistol, light. You have that magwell. You have the coated barrel and that like a bronze, coppery, neat color.
I like that the gold. It's like almost gold and black. I think that's kind of cool look too.
Certainly, it's a beautiful contrast there. But yeah, there is the pistol. It comes with some accessories. You have 2 Magpul magazines. You have a gun lock and some other tools and screws and so forth for the optic. And
if you want to get a close up on it, I can take us to camera number 2 over here. So, yep, here it is. It definitely looks nice.
It's
aesthetically.
Beautiful. It's light.
Speaking, looks like something out of a John Wick movie.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Pretty nice. Ready to go. Buy tickets now.
And this one is not to your door, but to your FFL's
to your
door.
FFL, yeah.
But yeah, that's a new one we've been talking about, but hadn't had, and now we actually have it in the flesh. So there you go. Any questions, comments?
Nope, none yet.
Okay.
We answered all the ones that came up so far. Hold on 1 second. I'll just pull this up over here. So just want to show everybody the products that we're doing promotions for on the webinar. Let me just pull it back over here. So going back to our website, the products that we have on the webinars, you can actually go ahead and just purchase these items. You don't have to go. The webinar tickets are just for the webinars, and you get a chance to win the prize at the end, the free gift that we're giving away. But you could go ahead and just buy all these products now. I mean, Lancer magazines, for example, if you go ahead and search Lancer, did I spell that right? Lancer. So we got right now, I mean, the OPEC, I remember the OPEC Black magazines.
OPEC Black, OPEC 10,
$10 a piece.
$9.98.
Yeah.
And 5.56, 30 rounders, yeah. And we just started promoting more of the 7.62s, the L7s, and in translucent, and also a great mag, the AR-10 platform mag.
Yeah, I love the Lancer magazines. I when Magpul came out with their polymer mags, I thought that was amazing, but I always was concerned about the lips of the magazine, and I really liked the concept of what Lancer did was that they have the steel lips with the polymer body, kind of like the way a Glock magazine is set up.
Similar.
Yeah, very similar to that. So I'm very, very...
That's why they call them a hybrid.
Yeah, I'm a big fan for Lancer magazines. I pretty much only carry Lancer mags at this point.
So, I mean, I'm down that road too. I have many. They are my go-to mags. My defensive ammo is in Lancers now. I've run, everything from, I mean, I go back a long ways to where I was buying GI mags, Colt and OK manufactured magazines way back in the day, and I was changing them out for the legendary elusive dark green Colt followers. These were a very hard plastic follower with a white part number on them. Huh. And I'm talking, late 70s, early 80s.
What were those?
So Colt manufactured some followers for a time under military contract that were unusual. They were not an aluminum follower from the early 20 rounders. They were for 30 rounders, and they were a dark green with a white number printed on them, very hard material polymer follower. These predate anything that was, an enhanced anti-tilt, but in those days, those were the best followers we could get. They lasted the longest. So I would put those into the best of my mags, whether they were Colts or Adventure Line or whatever they were at the time. Then, of course, when Magpul came out with polymer mags, it was revolutionary. And I understood the concept that you had the feed lip protector, you had the cap that went on it, and that was hand in hand with longevity. If you're going to leave them loaded, leave that cap on them to protect the lips from expansion and so forth. So now, the hybrid magazine from Lancer is what you said. It's similar to a Glock mag in that it's steel and polymer, but you have that heat-treated steel tower area that prevents expansion, prevents feed lip distortion and deformity. And for me, they've been absolutely reliable. So love them.
Yeah. What I like about it is kind of, getting the best of both worlds, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, so moving on, Jeff, you brought some interesting
yeah, I thought maybe we should
situation over here.
Yeah, situation.
You threw me off guard with the two lights.
Yeah, this is a unique unit here. If one light is good, what is two lights?
Yeah, I'm gonna step aside just so you can get a little bit closer in, so we could get our Instagram feed camera as well.
Sure. So we have the blue gun here, the legendary dummy guns, training guns. And it just so happens this is one we have in the shop, and it does have two lights on it when only one would certainly do the job. But what I wanted to discuss was people's ideas about setups, because for me, I have my way of doing things. I prefer red dots or conventional heads-up optics that are not magnified to be mounted more forward on the receiver, even more forward than this. And my theory is the red dot, if you can see it clearly and it works for you, if we put our fist in front of our face like this, it's very large and obscures a lot of your peripheral vision. However, if you move it out a little, it gets significantly smaller. However, I can still view the window and the optic perfectly well. So I tend to push mine out forward. But another reason for that is if you're going to use it in conjunction with a magnified optic or a backup flip sight. And so in this case, you got a Holosun and Holosun. This is the HMX3 magnifier with an Ames optic. But for me, I run it forward. That gives me plenty of room to put on the magnifier and a backup sight if I wanted to. This setup actually is sitting a little further back than I would normally use. So that's my take on optics and setups. Of course, if you have an LPVO magnified optic, it's going to be dependent on your length of pull combined with eye relief, the optimum place for your eye relief when you're at a comfortable shooting position. Light setups, for me, I do run lights that are usually under my offhand thumb.
I was going to say, why don't you guys comment where you prefer to put the lights on your rifle? I know that for me, it's I'm constantly debating in my head whether I should move the position or not. If you keep it at the 12 o'clock or at either the 3 or 9 o'clock.
Sure. And my take on it is I don't want to be moving my hands, my face, especially my firing grip or anything unnecessarily. I don't want extraneous issues where I have to start manipulating or thinking about where to go to activate devices. I want them to fall in a very natural, ergonomic place so that even under stress, under pressure, I can activate the light easily. I can reach out, hit it when I need to. A lot of my lights are mounted on the left side and operated by my left thumb. And that's a position I can maintain through a myriad of movements. The 12 o'clock option, I think, is rock solid for people who run a C-clamp type grip.
Yeah.
For myself, I run into issues if I try to run a C-clamp at depressed muzzle or close quarters. It's not so convenient for me. Another option, too, of course, is a switch on top, which gives you the 12 o'clock control, but your light can be anywhere.
Yeah,
it keeps the profile
down. So we have over here also, just for our viewers, there is obviously a fourth option when you're putting it. So let me just pull it up over here. There we go. So we have the KZ bayonet lug mount. This is still very popular. We got a ton of orders for these. This is what it'll look like when you mount. So this is with the TLR1 from Streamlight, which we carry as well. But this is also very, very popular. Even though it's not as popular as it used to be, I think a lot of people are still, doing this setup.
Absolutely. For people who are either have a traditional A-frame front sight, a forging on the barrel, it limits you from a lot of different things. It limits you from going out much further unless you get into some fancy rails that stick out further. But that's a simple, cost-effective method of getting a light on. And again, 12 o'clock option for switch if you want. You can also toggle it with a fingertip.
Yeah, so that's a different option.
Very cost-effective.
Yeah, $20.
Yeah,
$19.95.
Yep, and gives you pick rail, so it's going to fit whatever light you choose to use there. But that's a great point to bring up, keeping it simple and inexpensive too.
Yeah, comment below what kind of setups, if you want to share what your preferences are.
Or anything we have that you'd like to see us bring out, why not? Anything on the site you'd like to see, let's bring it out.
Yeah. So I'm going to bring up, as well, just one moment, I want to bring up something. So we decided we'd talk about a lot of our webinars and what we're doing and promoting, but also wanted to bring up some of the new products that we have, just general news about the industry, things like that. So I want to share. This is something very interesting, especially for people that coming from the military world.
And you have another comment too.
Yes, we have. Will there be any files? So Zach asked, will there be any files to save the webinar for future viewing? If not, it'll be okay. So right now we're looking at doing it for about 24 hours or so. We're going to keep it. And then after that, we're going to probably remove it. I'll try. I think there's ways to keep it, the recorded link live for viewers to see for about a week or so. But eventually it'll get deleted or removed. And then we'll keep the winner posted permanently on our website.
Is there a way to embed it on the website, maybe?
There is a way. Yes, we're finding a way to do that. I apologize again, just because we're so new to this whole process. We're kind of learning as we're going with, how we're going to do it. But please comment and share your thoughts of what you'd like to see as potential buyers of this webinar. We want to hear what you guys want to see, so we could accommodate those requests.
And he is asking, is it okay if he was to record it himself?
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with it.
You're totally welcome to record it yourself. No issue with that. If you want to share the link with other people, that's fine as well. If you bought a ticket for the webinar, I think you kind of will give you the right to, more or less do with it as you please. If you like, that's no problem with us. It's no issue. So just to show you, this is something new over here. Let's bring them over to, here we go. So Petzl just came out with their new headlamps, which is very interesting because the military for the longest time, I think most branches have had experience with the Tacticas.
Yes.
So the Tactica headlamps have been, one of the staple headlamps for the military. It was bought on all levels, whether it was DLA, GSA, standard issued stuff. So Petzl has officially retired the Tactica line, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
And they moved to these Arias. So these are in right now. They're available for purchase. This is the new Petzl headlamps that's replacing essentially the Tactica line. So they have the RGBs, just the white light. They have also rechargeable batteries. So these are hybrids, so it'll take both a rechargeable battery and disposable. Here's like the RGB. So I think this is probably one of the more popular models that we'll see for military use over here. So it's the RGB professional grade. This one is going to be 350 lumens for the headlamp, and eventually we're going to bring them out to show on live. Maybe we'll do one of those, turn off the lights and see how bright it is. Kind of test.
That would be fun.
Yeah. So we have the Petzl headlamps. They're brand new. They just came out.
And as you said, the
perfect
Tacticas,
time, right for summer.
You would see those from a motor pool up through special operations guys everywhere in the world. They're fantastic lights. There's so many out there, so I'm excited.
Yeah, so this is something cool, by the way, just a cool tool that we have on our website as well. If you ever want to see, hey, what's going on with BOTACH this week or the past few days, you can see all our deals. They're posted here. Any kind of promotions or sales. I highly recommend that you get on our email list, join our Instagram, so you can see everything because we promote stuff through there. But one of the big things I would say is definitely go on to our deals tab over here. You can see like a 10-pack for $80. That's not a bad deal.
ETS 30 round mags.
Yeah, for ETS, that's a pretty good deal if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
So 10-pack for $80. Really cool. So we do stuff like that all the time. So definitely take a look at our deals tab over here. You can see all the past sales and deals that we had. One of the big promotions that we're running is, let's take us to the .40 caliber. Where's that Winchester ammo?
Oh yeah, type in Winchester 40.
Winchester 40. And I apologize.
There it is. Right on top.
This is not it.
No, it was on top of the drop that opened right there.
Got it. Jeff, I'll let you take over for this one if you want to.
So what you're getting here is brand new factory brass case Winchester 165 grain 40 S&W full metal jacket ammo. You're getting 500 rounds for $129.98. So basically $12.98 or $12.99.
And for our Instagram viewers also, sorry, just because they can't see the screen that we're sharing, I promise you I'm trying really hard to get Instagram to let us aggregate the feed, I guess, or plug the feed that we're generating through the computer here into Instagram. But for now, I just have our one of our smartphones that's doing the live. So just be patient with us. But I hope
for those folks, you can search Winchester 40 on the website. You'll see the drop down pop open, and it'll show the 500 rounds. And you have a choice. You're going to get 10 boxes of 50 rounds each, or the same ammo in their 100 round pack. You would get 5 100 round boxes, all for the $129.98, and that's a fantastic price on 40.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so just again, deal tab. Just keep going on our deals tab. It's a little red tab on the side of our website. You can see over here. This is I think you were discussing this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Is our Lancer 7.62 6.5 Creedmoor.
And it's my understanding we should keep our eyes open. More ammo deals coming. In our firearms section, we shouldn't neglect that either. There are some neat deals coming up, is what I've been told. So
where can we find that?
Right on the left side in the main categories, you go down to the Fs, go all the way down, and it is firearms right there. So you're going to be seeing some awesome deals come up in the next week to 2 weeks. So again, makes sense to sign up for the emails, and we'll hit your inbox with what's coming out, or just check with the website when you have time.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, it's taking a minute to load over here. I apologize. I think we're blowing up all the bandwidth.
We're eating up our own bandwidth right now.
I think we got to go instead of wireless. We got to go hard cable, hardwired in.
I leave it to you. You're the tech guru.
Yeah. So in the meantime, I'll just take us back over here. There we go, and we're back. So it loads. There we go.
So just to go in full circle again, please check out the webinar tab there under categories on the website. We have tickets for the webinars ranging from the $25 up to the $100. We have a variety of items. We'd like to see these get to the webinar stage and ticket sales to where we can do our informational webinar and announce our winners. Because it's exciting, we love doing it. And any comments, suggestions, anything, don't hold back. Let us know.
Well, Jeff, what's just because you brought us to the firearm page, is there any particular product you wanted to spotlight right now?
I know that we're dealing an awful lot with H&K right now, and it's my understanding
we're wearing the swag also.
Oh, there it is. It's my understanding that we're going to see some H&K pistol deals come up very soon. Nice. As always, Benelli is a flagship brand of ours. We even have, look and see if the Benelli M3 is still on the website. We had that. That's a law enforcement sales model, but you just don't see many Benelli M3s. So there it is there. And the unique thing about the M3, it predates the M4s. This is a semi-auto and pump action shotgun. This is a concept that goes back to 80s or 90s with the Frankie Spas, and it's nothing new really, but very unique because as we discussed earlier, you have limitations in the M4 and low base or less lethal ammo. Well, with a switch of your thumb, the Benelli M3 will eat everything because it becomes
turns
a pump.
into a pump. Yeah,
it's a pump and a semi.
Is it as reliable, would you say, as a Benelli M4?
I would say
for non low recoil rounds, like if you're using slugs.
You're talking in semi-automatic mode versus the semi-automatic. Very good question. In my own experience, it is similar in reliability to the M1s and M2s of older days and the M2s now, and they're fantastically reliable. The range of ammunition they're capable of consuming and digesting might not be as wide as the M4. However, I've never had problems with M1s, Super 90s. They were fantastic, fast shotguns. Even the early on HK import M121s, the Woodstock versions, were fantastic, fast, reliable guns. So I can't speak and say, no, the M3 is going to choke, because the thing is with the M3 is if you're going to feed it something it doesn't want to run on, it gives you the option of running it as a pump.
Can you use it as a fail-safe? Meaning, if you're on semi-automatic, you're using a low recoil round, let's say a less lethal round, right? Beanbag round. Weapon doesn't cycle. Can you switch fast to the? That's really cool.
Yes.
So it kind of works as a fail-safe in case your weapon doesn't cycle.
In a way, if you're not anticipating that you fed it something.
And this is an M4, by the way, so it's not an M3. But.
So, for example, but if you fed it something that it's not going to digest. So the M3 switch is actually located in the front of the forend up here, and it literally is the push of a switch.
You just push it, cycle,
and it becomes a pump action.
Nice.
Yeah. So yes, you could get yourself out of a hole where if it failed to cycle but it rechambered.
Well, you could just grab the charging, but the charging handle, but.
In theory, yes, but manually cycling it, you're expecting the next round to go off. Well, it is. If it also fails, you're causing unnecessary delay.
Yeah.
You're better off switching the pump and knowing it's going to run.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, as always, we're going to be posting these live videos on our social media channels for you to view even after the live. So if you have any comments or questions on what you're seeing, please go ahead and comment, like, share. And we will be monitoring them so we can answer any questions at a later time, okay?
Absolutely. Zach, thanks for reaching out with questions, and we hope everybody else does as well. And as always, we appreciate your time. It means a lot to us.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm going to sign us off over here.
Good night.